Let's talk about confirmed reservations. I want to start by saying that this is not the primary way that we rent points. At the DVC Rental Store, we primarily match members' available points with real-time guest requests using the claim open listings process. If you aren't familiar with this process, check out our other member tutorials on our YouTube channel. So, what are the downsides of confirmed reservations? First, there's no guarantee of rental. There's no certainty that a guest will book the reservation. Next, guest flexibility is reduced. Guests must commit to a preset travel date, resort, and room rather than customizing their booking, decreasing the chance of that reservation being rented by a guest. Finally, the potential for unused points. If the reservation doesn't sell, you risk losing the points entirely if they expire before you can use them otherwise. However, there are some scenarios where a confirmed reservation may be useful. First, if you already have a reservation that you can't use. If you've booked a DVC stay that you can no longer use, you may want to list a confirmed reservation instead of canceling the trip outright. Second, if your points are expiring soon. If your points are going to expire within a few months, a confirmed reservation may be the only way to rent your points out for cash instead of letting them expire. So, how do you list a confirmed reservation for sale using the DVC Rental Store? First, let's talk about setting a price. We allow our members to set their own payout rates for confirmed reservations with a maximum of $20 per point. However, price plays a significant role in whether your reservation successfully rents out to a guest. Based on our data and experience, we recommend the following price ranges. Feel free to pause the video and screenshot or head to our blog to reference this information when you need it. The first range is the $18 to $20 per point range, and this is reserved for premium resorts or peak travel seasons. Next, between $16 and $18 per point. This is what we suggest for most standard reservations that are booked more than 60 days before check-in. In the $12 to $16 per point range are the less in-demand resorts. And finally, for last-minute reservations that are booked less than 60 days before check-in, we suggest a price per point around $8 to $12. It's important to note that these are not guarantees, and if your confirmed reservation is not selling, you may need to adjust the price to attract interest, which you can do by calling or emailing us at membermanagement@dvcrentalstore.com. Now that you've decided to go ahead with the confirmed reservation and you have an idea of the price per point you'd like to list it at, let's talk about how you list that reservation for sale. First, you'll need to create a Member Center account. Like I mentioned, we have an entire video covering this process, so we're going to assume here that you've already created your account. Next, you'll head to rent out your booked reservation on the DVC Rental Store member dashboard. And once you get there, you'll need to enter the details of your reservation. You'll be asked for the arrival and departure dates, the resort, room type, room. Once you enter the resort and room type, this dropdown will populate, and you'll need to select the specific view and room details from the dropdown. Next is the number of points the reservation cost to book, the 12-digit confirmation number that you received from Disney Vacation Club when you confirmed that reservation. As you can see on the screen, here's an example of what that email looks like. You'll have to upload a screenshot of that 12-digit confirmation number. And finally, the price per point that you're listing your reservation for sale at. Again, $20 per point is the max price per point, and we only recommend setting it that high for premier resort or peak travel seasons. Once you enter all the information and check the box, then you hit submit. From here, our team will review the details, price it, and list it on our website for guests to browse and book. If a guest decides to book your confirmed reservation, the DVC Rental Store will send you an email with necessary details to transfer the reservation into the guest's name. First, you'll get an email with the guest's full name, contact details, and special requests. Next, you must update the lead guest name and additional details in your Disney Vacation Club member account within 48 hours of receiving the request by calling DVC Member Services or chatting with them on the Disney Vacation Club website. Once the reservation has been transferred to the guest, we initiate your payment based on the agreed upon price per point, with 75% of the payment coming once the transfer is finalized and the remaining 25% coming upon check-in date. Confirmed reservations are a useful tool, but they're not for everyone or every situation. Before booking one, ask yourself, do you have expiring points that need to be used? Are you comfortable with the possibility that reservation might not sell? And have you already explored the claim open listings process first? If you're still unsure whether this method is right for you, our member relations team is happy to assist you in finding the best strategy for renting your unused DVC points for cash. Call us or email us at membermanagement@dvcrentalstore.com today.